Welcome to the Women Conquer Business Show. I'm Jen McFarland, joined by Shelley Carney. We're your go-to small business marketing show, covering breaking marketing news that affects you, cool apps we found, and a how-to deep dive into a marketing topic with a side of motivation and inspiration. We'll also talk a little about our own entrepreneurial journeys as well. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Air guitar.
Welcome to Women Conquer Business. I'm Jen McFarland, joined by Shelley Carney, who is doing air guitar because this new intro we just can't get over ourselves. And
We love it.
maybe we should, but we haven't. So this week we are talking about something for everyone, the product ladder. So you might be thinking, what is a product ladder? Well, we're going to talk about that. But why do you need a product ladder? How can you attract leads and increase sales even in uncertain economic times? The product ladder. It means you can't just go out of the gate necessarily offering that $50,000 a year program. You need to help nurture people up into your higher end programs. A product ladder is a range of products varying in price and features. Product ladders make it easier for potential customers to get a sampling of your work or jump in all the way, which is probably what most of us want. And also it takes time. People need to get to know us a little bit. You can create a product ladder by breaking services into smaller chunks or offering products together in bundles or packages. How do you get started building a product ladder? Oh, I think that's why everybody's here, right?
Woohoo!
How's it going, Shelley?
It's going good. So I've had some visitors this week. My husband's brother and his wife have been here cooking up a storm. We had some traditional foods from Portugal. It's something that is actually, it's salted dried cod that you reconstitute, and then you put cream in it and potatoes and onions and all this stuff. And it takes all day to cook, but it's delicious. And it's called
Nice.
baklava, nata, something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Cod with cream. It was yummy. So we've been having a good
that's
time
awesome.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Toby and I are getting. Oh, and I just did a show yesterday about my LinkedIn newsletter and how I put it together. And I think that was a really good show. It was only 30 minutes. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out on my
Let's put a
YouTube
link
channel.
to that in the show notes.
Yeah. And Halloween and Dia de los Muertos are coming. And Toby and I will be spending some time this weekend and next weekend getting some footage of different events going on
Events and
for celebrating
celebrations.
that. Yeah.
So Dia de los Muertos is Day of the Dead. John and I have gone to several productions here. We have a theater here called the Milagro Theater, and they present different cultural experiences in both Spanish and English. Like sometimes they put, John knows Spanish much more than I do, but they'll put translations above, or sometimes it's in English, and they're helping us understand culturally what's going on. Do you want to talk a little bit about the celebrations that go on in New Mexico?
Sure. Look at this. Candy. Whee! So Dia de los Muertos, they often have a marigold parade. They have workshops. I know that Toby's oldest daughter, Sean, is very involved. She does face painting of the sugar skulls. She talks to people about the traditions, and they're even having a workshop on how to set up an altar for the Dia de los Muertos. If you want to know more about it, I suggest you watch the movie Coco. It's a Disney movie. It's animated. It's got music and it's fun, but it teaches a whole lot about it. So really great movie to watch this time of year.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So I'm over here in total celebration mode. Maybe we should bring the pumpkin back out. I don't know. We're celebrating over here. Alonti Brooks today, she officially came on board the Women Conquer Business team yesterday. Alonti Brooks started as an executive assistant yesterday. We're onboarding, so it's exciting to have somebody joining the team, and I'm very excited about that. Shelley's going a little crazy over here with the magic and the And
Lots of
one of the
decorers.
it is going to be Halloween in about 4 days.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the weekend.
Which is also when I say aloha.
Oh, very
Aloha.
cool.
Because that's when I head off to Hawaii. And I'm
Nice.
very
What day,
excited about that.
Monday?
Yeah, on Halloween.
On Halloween. Fun. See if your flight attendants are dressed up.
So yes, I'm very excited about that. And for those of you who have been watching and listening to the show for a while, we have episodes for you. We worked on that. We have pre-recorded episodes, so
we wouldn't forget you, our favorite
we
people in
can't
the world,
forget you.
viewers.
So
That's
we
right.
recorded 2 episodes. I think they're pretty good, actually. So I was going through and listening to them, editing everything. I was like, we got some good little gems in there. And Eric,
I think we always do.
We always do. And
Yeah.
we actually have clips, so maybe we'll be able to tease a few out for you
That's right.
leading up to the episodes, which we've never done before
Yeah.
because we don't usually pre-record.
That's right.
So this is very exciting. One of those episodes. So what did we talk about in those 2 episodes? Do you remember?
One was about webinar funnels. And
webinar funnel, how to automate a webinar
the
funnel.
Other one. I can't think of what the other one was.
The other one was related to the opt-in episode.
Yeah, it was something.
Wasn't it like, was it the emails you need to automate?
Yeah, it was emails. That's right.
It's about email marketing. So we have all kinds of things that are tied together with all of the other things we've been talking about. So as we talk about the product ladder today, keep that in mind because we're going to follow up with things that can help support and promote things on your product ladder over the next couple of weeks. Even though I technically will not be present, we have thought this through and we have things for you to help you take what the information we're going to share today and we've shared in previous episodes and take that to the next place. So, but before we get started, do you have some breaking news, Shelley?
So today, it was just, there was a video put out by Rob from vidIQ, and he's talking about why is YouTube allowing this to happen. YouTube Shorts allows creators to sample clip videos from other creators, but do they know this? And what impact could that have on monetization? What's happening is YouTube Shorts, YouTube wanted to have a product just like TikTok because TikTok is taking over the world. So YouTube wanted to get on the train. So they came out with YouTube Shorts and they've been adjusting it for the past year. Well, now they've made it so that you can grab audio off of other people's shorts and use that to create your own video, just like they do on TikTok, because that works so well on TikTok. They thought, well, let's do it here. They're also providing some music that you can use that is YouTube approved for shorts. And you can put the things together and put out a video. Yeah. Now, the problem, as Rob explained it, and it makes sense to me, is there are creators out there who are putting out shorts who maybe they're sponsored by other companies, and they put out this product specifically, in cooperation with their sponsor. And now people are taking their audio, putting it with something else and sending it out, and they're getting thousands of views, which the sponsors are missing out on because they're sponsoring the original artist. And now that they're going to start monetizing shorts, they're asking who's going to get the money, the original person who did the original audio or the person who got all the views by mashing things together. How is that going to work? So when money gets involved, people get a little upset.
Right. Yeah. And this is, Toby's absolutely right here. YouTube is trying to compete with TikTok, which doesn't account for TikTok's major markets in Asia. This is so interesting though. This question is something that has gone on for as long as art has been around. Yeah. Really. Should Andy Warhol get all the funding or the original picture that he if it was taken by another photographer and he screenshot, create all the screen printing and everything. I mean, so it's, stealing like an artist has been around forever. There's even a book, if you ever are feeling short on ideas, that's called Steal Like an Artist. And it kind of goes into that art of doing it. In this case, we are talking about potentially thousands of dollars being lost out by creators in a creator economy that is people are just trying to get by sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's really challenging, and these sponsorships can be a big deal and a lot of money.
Hmm.
So it's interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens.
Yeah. And you can opt out with your longer videos, but not with your shorts. You can't opt out of people sampling it.
Right.
And pretty soon they're going to be able to sample your video as well. So they'll be able to take video from several different creators, mash it together, put out a
Make
video,
something else.
short, and then maybe they get bunches of views. And the other people, maybe they'll benefit from it because people will see them, but probably not. Who knows?
Guess we better file this under life just isn't fair.
Just be aware that this is out there. And if you're going to make YouTube shorts, you need to know that this is what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And because we just can't keep our hands off of TikTok and YouTube today, we have another story, which is that TikTok, in our ongoing saga of what is going on among people who are younger than us, TikTok has replaced Netflix as most popular app for those under 35. So last night I presented to Ty Oregon's Excel Bootcamp. It's a startup boot camp that people have, and it was the first time I had announced to that group that Facebook is pretty much over. it's in ultimate decline, and we just don't know how long. And a lot of it is because, as we've reported for several weeks, TikTok is usurping it. The decline of Facebook is real. We know that people under 35 are searching using Reddit and TikTok and not even Google as much. So now we should not be surprised to see that TikTok has replaced Netflix as the second most popular app for those under 35, to which Shelley said, "What? What's number one?" And it was interesting. So what is number one, Shelley?
Is it YouTube?
It's YouTube.
It's YouTube, because YouTube it's got everything, right? You can watch it all the way from babies on up to as old as people can possibly get. There's something on there that can be of interest to them. So
Right.
yeah,
There's something for everyone on
Yeah.
YouTube. So we're covering this because it's interesting. We're looking more at what is really happening with TikTok, and we're also looking to the reactions that these other companies have. It looks like what YouTube is trying to do is maintain dominance. They want to stay number one. They don't want to remain relevant. They're making it so that creators can steal from each other and make mashups just like you can on TikTok. Honestly, I don't see shorts as ever becoming as popular as
yeah,
TikTok,
Yeah.
but it does keep people on the platform.
yeah.
It is good for that.
Mhm.
And I think I'll post some of our little shorts. We have somebody named Eric who's helping us clip together videos, and I think we're going to start putting those shorts, at least I will. I'll put them up as YouTube shorts to tease the
Mhm.
podcast because they're kind of fun.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in the news. As usual, TikTok is dominating. We'll have to, when I get back from vacation, we'll steer clear of TikTok a little bit.
Sure, we will. If it's news, it's the news. What are you going to do?
That's true. Are we ready to go into? Are you ready?
Power up.
Let's power up. It's some training. So, okay, we're going to talk about a product ladder. The question of the training is, how can you track leads and increase sales even in uncertain economic times? People still think, and I agree, that we're heading for some sort of recession or decline. So one of the things that we talked about on previous episodes is that during economic recession and decline, you focus on the top of the funnel. Right? Do you remember that when we talked about the
Yes.
report of focusing on the top of
Yes.
the funnel? And that's where the product ladder really comes in. So for
Mhm.
those of you who, and why you haven't listened to previous episodes, I don't know. I think you need to get on that. But if you haven't listened to previous episodes, what we have talked about in the past is there have been all of these studies about what you need to focus on during an economic recession. And you need to focus on top of the funnel. You need to have a way to bring people in on a constant basis who are new that will, after a few touch points, convert as clients. And the product ladder can really help with that. And the reason is you are developing a product ladder means developing a series of products at different price points so that people can enter in to connect with you and work with you at a budget that fits for them. So you
Yep.
provide different types of experiences based on what's going on out there. And if we're getting into a recession, it may mean coming up with products that are less expensive than your premier product. It may mean changing up some of those VIP days and making them a little bit different.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's the real reason why you need a product ladder. You want to
Hmm.
generate interest from a variety of sources. And if you're selling something that is a really high-end product, you still need ways for people before they're ready to take the plunge. You need something that generates interest at a different level.
Yeah. I have worked with people and they coach coaches, and they're always about, oh, you need to start at $3,000 packages. And I'm like, not everybody can afford that, and not everybody's going to trust you enough to spend $3,000 for day one. They want to sample some stuff before they jump all the way in.
Right. See, and that's the thing. People are like, well, I don't want to reduce my $3,000 package.
Yeah.
That's not what we're suggesting here at all. We are saying that you support that $3,000 package with other offerings so
Mhm.
that people can essentially, try before they buy. That's
Yeah.
really what we're talking about here.
Mhm.
So if for example, if you were to work, for example, one-on-one with a Brendan Bouchard, I can never say his last name right. I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
That's
But
close enough.
if you were to work with him
Yeah.
one-on-one,
Mm.
this would be like probably high 5, low 6 figures, right? If you were to work with him for any period of time.
Yeah.
But you can buy books, you can buy organizers, you can buy video series, you can get courses. I mean, he
He
has
has an app
he has an app.
that includes coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
also
got
has a
tons of
podcast.
offerings.
He has tons of
Absolutely.
offerings. He has free offerings like his
Mhm.
podcast that bring people in.
Mhm.
So don't be thinking we're just like, making something up here. This is how business gets done. You know, you build a product ladder because not everybody can afford the big product. And if you're stalling out or if you're not maybe getting the right people at that high price point, it could be that you're not enticing them enough with other things so that they understand what they're actually getting when they go all in with you. So, how do we start building a product ladder?
Well, I think we talk about the funnel, right? We want attention. Look at us. And that is the beginning where people find you because you're just doing awareness campaigns. Look at us. We're doing a podcast. We're doing live videos. We're doing a blog. Check us out. And that's the free
Right.
awareness. And then you want to find a way to bring them in a little bit closer by offering hey, come to my door, say trick or treat, I'll give you candy. In other words, give me your email address and I'll give you a really free, valuable
Something valuable.
opt-in, like we talked about last week. Yeah,
That's right.
that's the next level. Then a small offering, like a book. Maybe that could be $5, $10, $15. A mini course could be about that price, or you could go on up from there. You could do a membership, a
Yeah, I
bigger
mean,
course. There's many offerings that are available, and then you work your way on up to done for you services and one-on-one coaching, and that's going to be your bigger package deals.
absolutely. And I think that when we talk about how you get started building something like that, because that's exactly what a product ladder is.
Mhm.
And exactly how it needs to happen in one way or the other. I think it can be really overwhelming when you're like, "Wait, you're telling me I have to have a podcast and an
Mm.
opt-in and this and that and the other thing." Like, slow your roll, everybody. Like, just hold on. If you're, like, overwhelmed or you're not sure where to start, here's how you get started. So, consider what your high-end product is. What's the biggest thing that you offer? We're all just gonna
Yeah,
click
we
close our eyes and
offer
imagine
like
it.
done for you services where we'll do your production for you. If you just show up and you want us to do your live stream, that's our highest level.
Right.
Yeah.
And so And so to use Shelley's example, and this is something that she has done and they have crafted for a long time, they also use a framework when they are working with people at the high end, right? So they have
Mhm.
taken that framework and they have broken it out into different offerings at different price points with different levels and depth of information so that people can enter in at different places and make a decision about working together, or maybe something is so valuable like the course that Shelley has just put out that people can take that and run with it until they're ready to hire somebody to do done for them, to
Yeah.
do done for you. And then at that point, Shelley is positioned for that. So when you're
Mhm.
starting to think about building out that product ladder, what you really want to do is think about all of the things that support that big offer that you have.
Yeah.
You know, do you have a framework? Do you have other things that you always bring in that are useful to other people as smaller standalone options? Or do you train people on certain aspects that you could like break that part off as a course, as something very useful that people can just consume and take in?
Yeah.
This is a place where you need to be really creative, you know, and there are a lot of people who do this and there's a little bit of an art to it. You may have to, like we've talked about this before, marketing is testing. You know, you want to test this out. Nothing is set in stone here. So it's just about going in and thinking about your big offer a little bit differently so that you are supporting it. So people then when they sign up with you, there's no surprises. The people who are like super excited to work with you, they're getting all of the features in one way or another. I mean, I've read books by people like it, and if I just went to their blog and read the whole thing, like I
Yeah.
would get the book, right?
Yep.
This is kind
Exactly.
of the same thing.
Mhm.
You know, but I can tell you with this podcast is a top of the funnel podcast. We're doing how-tos. We're talking about all of this stuff. If somebody comes and works with me, it's a different experience, but this is your chance to come watch this, listen to this, and you're like, do I like Jen? Do I like Shelley? Could I work with them again? You're getting a taste of what we are like in terms of our personalities, what we are like in terms of working together, our depths of knowledge, what we can do to help you. This is our top of the funnel. This is our freebie. And then it just progresses from there in terms of different offerings. Like my next offering is you subscribe to my email list. You get a free marketing self-assessment. That's the next thing in the product
Mhm.
funnel.
Mhm.
You know, after that, I have Epiphany courses. You can take courses from me. These are standalone courses. You don't have to hire me. It's not really that's not even what it was built for. And then after that, we start getting into things like coaching programs. So it's everybody's product ladder is a little bit different, but it does come down to thinking through what it is you're offering to people and what are some of the extras that you can offer up.
Yeah. And things might occur to you as you build them. Like I decided, oh, well, I want to put out 2 infographics, the content consistency framework and schedule. And then I got to looking at them and I thought, I bet there's a lot of people who don't understand what to do with these when they get them. So I did I did an episode of my show on that. Then I cut it into 9 pieces and made a course out of it. So now you can get it for free if you just look at my YouTube channel, and you can go to download the framework and schedule for free with your email address. But you can also get the course, which is currently free if you use the coupon code AGKSaver, and you can get the course. And then you've got all of this content that's going to walk you through how to do something. And then you may go, you know what? I got more money than time. Let me just pay Shelley to do it for me. And
You
that's
know,
how it
yeah.
works sometimes.
And that's how it works. Or sometimes people do it and they're like, wow, I really want to do this. And it's over my head. And so they decide to hire someone. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's okay too.
Yeah.
So and that's part of it too. We're not advocating for providing something that isn't holistic. What Shelley and I offer is holistic. It stands alone. But we know because some of the stuff we do is a little bit technical, sometimes people still decide that they want to hire somebody.
Yeah.
So you want to do that with your small offers as well. Your smaller offers are really your chance to build a bridge to something bigger. Unless you're doing like an Epiphany courses where people can consume that and they don't have to hire somebody. But you can always, whatever you offer, you want to make sure that it's good enough that people will still be interested.
Yeah.
You're
And you
not
want
just
it to be
throwing stuff out there.
in alignment with everything else that you offer so that it's not some weird one-off. Like, why would I buy a hat from you? That's just weird. That doesn't even fit.
That's right.
Here
That's
is
right.
the Women Conquer Business hat. What? Why do I need that?
I mean, you
I
might.
mean, stickers maybe, but
So, so this was the first product ladder, which is like breaking. I really wanted hats and shirts and stickers, but that's
aw.
okay. The first one is kind of breaking your services into smaller chunks. That's the first one. So we've kind of talked
Yeah.
through what that kind of product ladder would look like, right?
Mhm.
The other one is where you offer products and services in bundles or packages. So
Mhm.
let's say you have, 2 or 3 offerings that are maybe not as expensive, but you put them all together and
Yep.
then you have something more deluxe or something bigger. So you could have, say you have like 2 courses, but you bundle them together and you can sell them all as one big package.
Right.
That
And
would be
then
an
you throw
example.
in your book or for workbook or other resources that you've put out separately as lead magnets or as low cost entry level products. You can put all that together, as you say, maybe resources, books, a course, um, you know,
Yeah.
maybe a hat and a shirt.
Well, something I've thought about, so I offer basically monthly marketing coaching. But I
Yeah.
actually had somebody ask me for it as something I did in the way back times that I haven't done, but I had somebody who's like, "I would just like to sit with you for a day. I feel
Hmm.
like if I just sat with you for a day, I could learn
Hmm.
so much." So now I'm
VIP
like,
day.
"Well,
Hmm.
why don't I have a VIP day?" I've never
Yeah.
actually done that before. When I was doing like web development, sometimes I would travel to people's locations and we would work together to get something
Hmm.
out, but I've never had somebody who's like, "I just want to ask you questions all day about marketing." So I was like, "Well, maybe I should do that." So the other way to
Hmm.
go is maybe you have something that you could then make bigger and more deluxe. And that's
Yes.
the other direction that you can go is if
Hmm.
you have like a few things. Sometimes I'll bundle together done for you so that it's not a one-off package. It's like I bundle a bunch of hours together, I bundle a bunch of products together. There's so many different ways that you can do this. The key though is as business owners and especially in an uncertain economy, you want to have a lot of different things that you're offering because that diversity of products will bring people in that are interested in different things. Just don't overwhelm yourself with so many things.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that either. You want to just have some discrete things that bring people along to different levels so that you can make more money in the long run because you're offering a few things that at different price points and different entry points.
That's right. And if they flow together, all the better, right? Like people come in, they see your lead magnet, and you're like, oh, I like this, but I want a little more information about it. Well, get the book or the course or bundle them together, and then you have the package, and you put it like, and it's discounted, so it makes it more attractive. And then they get all of that, they get through all of that, and they're like, I'm ready to go, but I need just a little bit of coaching. Okay, well, maybe I should add on an hour of coaching to, the package so that, it kind of, you just play with it and you see what people ask for, what they need more of.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Anything else?
No, I mean, I think we've hit it pretty hard.
We climbed that ladder.
We climbed that ladder.
We give you some more treats.
Some more treats.
Yay.
So if you're wondering how to create, publish, and distribute content consistently, Shelley made a whole course about that. If you go to course.agkmedia.studio with coupon code AGKSaver, that's AGKSaver, all caps, through November 18th. I don't know why I always want to say October 18th. That was in the past. So if you're through November 18th, you can get into that course for free. So I really encourage you to give that a try. It will help you create content like a champ. Just
Consistently. That's the
consistently.
important part. Yeah. And also, if you are really trying to figure out your marketing and what is marketing and how much of what I'm doing already is marketing and how much more should I be doing, go to Jen's self-assessment for marketing, and that's free. And you can go to sendfox.com/WCB for that free self-assessment.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Cooley. Uh-oh.
Tweak time. Jen's got some info. Wait, did we have any? Oh, Toby wanted a question here. How is YouTube's podcasting initiative doing? Oh, they just keep trying little things. They're doing what we're doing, right? YouTube is trying different things. What is this going to work? Should we put money into it? Should we hire somebody to lead that up? They're doing the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard a lot about it. It's interesting. In She Podcast, they did a poll, and everybody said that they still prefer audio only instead of like watching people. So it's really interesting. Podcast listeners are a funny bunch. So who knows how that's going to work. I haven't heard anything. Toby, have you heard anything? If so, leave us a comment and let us know. If anybody else who's watching or listening has heard anything about the YouTube initiatives around podcasting, I'd love to hear it too, because I honestly haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Or if you have any questions about what we covered today with Product Ladder, put those in the comments as well.
Oh, for sure.
Now we're going to tweak. What do you got for tweak of the week there, Jen?
So this has been sitting in our show flow for a while. We just were looking for a good time to talk about it. I think this is a great time because as you're doing your product ladder, you're going to have some sort of landing page. So a landing page is a place where people buy your products, they sign up for things, all different kinds of things. I think most of you know what a landing page is, but you may have questions about how to create a great landing page. Well, this is available on AppSumo. I bought it, oh gosh, I think a couple of months ago. This isn't like a typical AppSumo app. It is an entire guide, and you can read it on Notion. There's an ebook for it, like an audiobook. Like it has all, it's very interactive, and you can get all of the details about how to make your landing pages better. This was put together by somebody named Rob Hope. He has a website, and that's at robhope.com. Or if you want to buy this landing page hot tips sheet with all these different ideas in it, it walks you through a lot of what it's going to take to get your landing page together and to help execute that in a way that will draw in people and hopefully convert more people to buy your products and services. So I recommend this. I think that it's $29 on AppSumo. I think that it is a great deal at that price. I highly recommend it. If you struggle with writing copy, if you have questions about what constitutes, I guess, a good landing page that will bring people in, this is a really good guide. And like I said, it's not only like a PDF guide. It's got a lot of different audio clips, and I think maybe some videos that really show you some different ways that you can improve your landing pages and make them better.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So that's on AppSumo. Go grab that.
On AppSumo.
Only $29. And you know, the thing about AppSumo that's awesome is they give you 2 months to figure out if the product is going to work for you, that you can get your money back, or you can get credits and get something else if it didn't work for you. So awesome place to get things.
That's right.
Yeah. And we're going to have a show about AppSumo, aren't we?
We are. We just haven't had it yet.
Yeah, we're going to get there.
It's happening.
Are you ready? Wow, we're really screaming today.
We are screaming today. It's a quickie.
Yeah. Let's have some inspiration from Epictetus. What then makes a person free from hindrance and self-determining? For wealth doesn't. Neither does high office, state, or kingdom. Rather, something else must be found. In the case of living, it is the knowledge of how to live. Pretty interesting. You have 2 essential tasks in life: to be a good person and to pursue the occupation that you love. Everything else is a waste of energy and a squandering of your potential. Isn't that interesting? How does one do that? Well, the philosophy we see from the Stoics makes it simple enough. Say no to distractions. to destructive emotions, and to outside pressure. You
Oh
be
boy,
you.
that's good. That's so easy to do those things. Good talk.
So let's make the best use of our limited time on this planet and do the right thing when the situation calls for it, and treat other people the way you would hope to be treated. Understand that every small choice and tiny matter is an opportunity to practice these larger principles. So when you look at why do you do the things that you do, you should be able to see your principles underneath them. Why do I speak to an older generation about how to set up an in-home studio and get their message out into the world? Because I find that it's really important for the older generation to have access to the larger conversation. I want to help them spread their wisdom, a message of hope, and a legacy of love throughout the world to hopefully drown out some of this crap that's going on in the world, this bad news, bad vibe stuff. Let's give some voice and platform to the people who have a positive message to share. And that's why I do what I do. What about you, Jen?
I I was so busy listening to you, I wasn't thinking about how to answer that question myself.
Do you see your principles underlying the things that you do every day?
I really believe that if we give smaller businesses the tools they need to succeed, that it makes the world a better place. I think there are too many people who are overlooked and put down and not given a shot, and they can't afford huge consulting firms, and there are a lot of folks out there that need help, and I am that person who's giving you voice and who's giving you an opportunity to shine, and I believe I'm the embodiment of that every single day, and I do everything I can to support my local community and the people who find me out in the world. And yeah.
I think Jen and I have a very similar mission, and that's why this works so well when we team up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jen is going to be going to Hawaii
I'm
on
very excited
Monday
about that. Yeah.
for Halloween for 2 weeks for vacation, and we're going to miss her, but we wish her safe travels, and
Yeah.
we look forward to all the insightful things she's going to have to bring back with her because she's going to have time to rest and let her mind recuperate.
Yeah, I need some rest. I will admit that.
And I'm going to be here working and getting my course out and yeah, just
doing all the things
doing all the
and
things.
the stuff.
So
thank you so
never
much
fear.
for being here. And even though I will be on an island somewhere, we will be here next week and the week after that. We have already recorded it. So please tune in, and we will continue to help you and guide you through your marketing needs.
Thank you for joining the Women Conquer Business podcast, hosted by Shelley Carney and Jen McFarland. Please subscribe and leave a comment or question regarding your most challenging content creation or business problem. Then share this podcast with family and friends so they can find the support they need to expand their brand and share their message with the world. Check the show notes for links to valuable resources and come back again next week.